Kristi, I'm so excited you're here.
It's so fun to be here. I mean, it's social media summit.
I love this. It's only my second one, but I want to come every single year.
Yes.
It's so good. Oh, I know. It's one of the best.
And anyone who hasn't come needs to add this to their list.
Yeah. I think they get us with the venue too.
For sure. And the wine. It might be the wine.
I know. I feel like it's been so long since I've like really talked to you because we were spending so much time together when we were working on our AIM session. And it's been like a year since then. So I'm very excited to get to interview you.
Yeah, same.
And today, what I really want to dig into is how the heck you're doing that. And like, I want to know your marketing strategy, but beyond that, let's start with this. Can you tell us about your role and what Realync is?
Sure. My role...
Do you know?
I do know my role, but my role is really... Some people call me a thought leader.
I agree with that.
I call myself a consultant or a collaborator or a connector because I really straddle our sales, marketing, and client success teams. And I am working really our entire funnel top to bottom. So, new people who may just be starting out with video strategy, they're not even a client yet, but they're just trying to figure out video. Even if they never use Realync, I've got a lot of a video background, so I can give some, direction that way, if you will. So from a marketing perspective and the thought leadership, I mean, we're on LinkedIn together all the time. I love to just give my thoughts about the industry outside of video too. Been around a long time, been a marketer. From, a sales perspective, sometimes it's just helping people identify how they would use video. They know they need it, they want to buy it, but they're not quite sure where to start because there are so many things that you could do with it and it can be overwhelming. So I help make that digestible and easy. And then on the client success side, that is where I work with people like you and all of their other tools and partners to say, hey, you have this great video content, but I don't want you just sharing it with prospects or only sharing it on social media. I want you using this in your paid ad campaigns.
It's got legs for days.
Yes, I love that. Legs for days.
I used to work with one of my favorite old content marketers I used to work with. Whenever I'd pitch an idea, she's like, that idea's got legs for days.
Yes, I'm going to start using that. But yeah, it's really for me to connect and make it easy for people to understand, make it digestible. But then also to just educate the industry in general about video, other marketing things as well. But video is obviously, I'm the video girl.
Yeah, you're the video girl. I love that. So what is Realync?
Realync is an all-in-one video software platform. So when you think about any kind of video that you would want to do in multifamily, you think about like 360 video. You've got 360 click-through tours or 360 tours, which are typically used, top of the funnel. So that's something that we do. We shoot those videos. They live in the Realync platform. We have live touring capabilities. So think about all of your prospects. According to most recent data, 1/3 of renters rented their apartment without seeing it in person before they moved in last year. 1/3 of our renters, but we're not giving them the option to tour remotely or on a live virtual tour, for example. So we have that capability similar to a Zoom or FaceTime, but it's a really easy process for the prospect. It's one click to join a link, instantly connects them with the team, the leasing team, and then they take it from there. And then the other side is we were in all of these sessions today, short form video content. It's easy for anyone to create that. So your on-site teams can easily create a video, but it keeps it on brand. It has all of your brand assets in there. They can edit, they can add captions. It's fair housing compliant. So add music, all of the things that you want to do. So you've got really 3 different components to the platform. And so our goal is to be the one video platform that anyone needs.
And you have tracking capabilities on this.
We do.
As a marketer, I need to show my attribution.
Yes.
I need to show what type of video is performing so you can allocate your resources accordingly.
Yes. Well, so here's what a lot of people do. And it's, it's kind of like Maya Angelou, like when you know better, then you do better. But until you're just doing, it's kind of working for you, or you're at least doing some video. I mean, that's better than doing nothing. But if you're not able to measure it, and if you're not able to measure it in a granular way, that's not a red flag, but it's something you can improve on. So for example, you can put video content on YouTube. I want you doing that. That's going to help your SEO. There are ads that you can run. I mean, that's amazing. But you're seeing just your views and your engagement from a really high level perspective. With our video content, you can see it down to the unique renter. So I know that Sydney viewed my video 4 times. And I now know that Sydney is not answering my phone calls as a leasing agent. However, she's still viewing the video. So I know that she probably hasn't made her decision yet. And I should keep following up with her and not quite dead her out or write her off just yet because she's still working through her decision.
We do that on the vendor side too. We send you our little decks and we see who's peaking in the.
I heard about it, but it's so informative.
Yeah, no, it's so important because I don't know, when I was on the operator side and I ran marketing and you check in the CRM, like you mark that lead as not interested. How many times follow up?
Right.
Like, are they really not interested?
Because it takes so many follow-ups and most of us stop at like 3, but you need like 5 to 10.
But even if you did 5 to 10, like what if they weren't interested?
Yeah.
But if they were viewing your content, then you can differentiate like who is legitimately interested.
Yes. So so in our analytics, that's another really cool thing you could do. So think about when you're having a slow leasing week. We use, today's Thursday actually. So if you haven't hit your rental goal for the week and you're going into the weekend, you kind of have to step it up or you've got to figure out a plan for the weekend. What I would do is I would go into my Realync platform and I would pull my data and say, show me all of the people who viewed a 1-bedroom video. If I'm sitting on 1 bedrooms, let's say, so show me all of the people who viewed these videos in the last 30 days who haven't rented yet. And then I would go target those people with, if I'm running a special, or I would show them, hey, here's one specific floor plan or unit that's available right now today. So you can really get super specific with your targeting too. And I know a lot of people are using email campaigns and so many other tools out there. So that's a great way to just feed that information into those other tools you're using and then retarget those renters.
I have a firm belief that content is nothing without a good distribution strategy. So yeah, absolutely. And also like, if you're going to create the content, use it. You did the work. Use it everywhere.
That's probably the thing that I see. This is where I'm really working with clients, prospects, and just working to educate the industry because I see they'll create this great video, but they're using it in one place. So for example, I'll see it on YouTube and I'll say, where else are you using this? Oh, it's just on YouTube. And we just share the link everywhere else. But the problem with that is that especially on social, they rank native video better. So if you have a unit video on YouTube, but then you're sharing it on Facebook, you're not going to get as many views if you're just sharing that YouTube link. Yes, upload that actual native video to Facebook. So, and that's something that you can do with our platform too. You can download your video content. You can reuse it wherever else you want to. You can share from directly in the platform, but I want what's best for marketers. So yes, use your content in as many places as possible. And I'm on this mission to figure out, I'm running a few tests with clients right now to see out of like one video, let's take one unit video, for example, or one amenity video, and let's figure out how many ways we can use that and how many different places we can share that. And then let's measure what those numbers look like.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, is it 20 different places? Is it 100? I mean,
I'm sure you're going to post about it when it's done. Speaking of which, when I think of video companies in this industry, I think of Realync first. And it's not because we like threw parties together and stuff, but your team, not just you, your whole team is vocal and active. Like, yeah, you're a thought leader, but you also have like Ashley has a podcast with like amazing marketing podcast and you're just doing so much. Is like organic social LinkedIn, like, is that your main lead gen driver?
Yeah, it's really successful for us. It really is. We don't do a lot of outbound. It works for us. I mean, that is just, we are not cold calling. We're not, filling up inboxes with email messages that aren't relevant to people who don't want or who aren't interested. And that's something that I think we hire for that. We hire people who are willing to get on camera or who are willing to be forward facing.
Do you interview people and like have them send you videos?
We do. It's part of our hiring process. So when someone first sends in a resume or an application, we'll actually send them a message back and say, hey, we'd love for you to create a short video for us and answer these 3 questions. And we have 3 just general questions. They are not even hiring questions. They're more like, tell us about you. Not work Sydney, but tell us about personal Sydney. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do? We want to get to know you. And we tell people we don't want this to be edited. We don't want it to be overly produced or scripted. Just get on camera and talk. And what we find is if people are willing to do that, then they're probably going to be a good fit. But if they're not, they don't ever send the video back in. And so, you've just at least eliminated a candidate who's not willing to do what we do. Yeah. But we all do share, but I think it's because we all have a passion for video and storytelling. For example, yesterday in my Facebook memories, I had a memory from 2016. So this is 4 years pre-COVID. And I was talking about live video and Periscope and hosting live video there. And we were just testing it out. And Chris Beckwith with Green Stick Marketing and I hosted this morning show on Facebook Live called Mornings with Kristi and Chris. We had no idea what we were doing or what would happen or if anyone would tune in, but we were just curious enough to let's see what happens when we hit the live button. So that was so long ago. And
I played with Instagram Live so much in like 2020.
Yeah, you have to be curious and play with it. And what I hear is people do try to plan and strategize, and that's good and you need that. But sometimes you just have to start moving, and the rest of it, you figure it out as you go. You might not get it all right in the beginning, but I mean, I have a micro video course that we created. And so it's this 5-minute lesson every day for 5 days. It's really, with people, their attention spans are really short. And if I go back and watch, I just finished filming season 3. So we have 3 seasons of these now. When I watched season 1 compared to season 3, it got so much better. I thought season 1 was, I was really proud of what we did season 1. We just had, again, a new idea. We thought, we'll just try it. We'll throw it out there. And now I look back and I'm cringing. I'm like, oh my gosh, we should take this down. I don't know if I want people to see that, but then that's the real authentic version of me and us. And I realized that people see the more you do it, the better you get, so.
Absolutely. Gosh. So what is the big differentiator in your company? Because there are different video companies out there. What do you do that's so uniquely Realync?
Well, what we do is we really are an all-in-one platform. So you don't need multiple video tools. Really, any video that you'd ever want to do, whatever kind of video, whether it's 360, whether it's that personalized follow-ups, whether it's live virtual touring, you have that all-in-one platform. And I've heard a lot about, centralization, but I think about consolidation and just streamlining. Instead of having multiple tools or multiple places that you are trying to just house everything, put it in one spot. This is your central database. It's where you edit everything. It's where you get all of your metrics. It's where you can give your digital marketing agency access to pull your videos and use it in your paid ads or for your SEO. Residents to create videos? Well, I mean, at the site level, you could. The site team would record the residents. They wouldn't have access to the back end of the platform. But yeah, for like testimonials, they do a lot of videos of event. We're trying to, this is where the industry is going, right? It's all about the experience. It's about the user-generated content. We use user-generated content. That is part of our marketing content plan. You see this all the time. I literally have a bracelet on that a client made for me and brought to the show. She came to my booth and brought this. I'm supposed to be giving her.
I know. She gave me one that says life after leasing. I had it on, but I took a shower. I need to put it back on.
Yes, but who does that? So that
only Katie Kane.
Well, yes.
Shout out.
Yes.
I love you.
But that I think speaks volumes to our clients are actually taking care of us. And that's just the relationship that we have with people. It's real, it's authentic, and it's a partnership is what it takes. Your product, no product is ever perfect, but you need that partner and that feedback and people who will collaborate and help you consistently make your product better. And our clients are so good at that and just giving us the feedback so we can go build it into the platform and release fun new features like AI photo extraction from your videos.
Oh, speaking of fun new features, why don't we wrap this up by talking about what maybe is in the pipeline for Realync? What's happening? What's in the future?
Okay, so what we just announced yesterday was AI photo extraction. So a lot of people, again, you're paying for separate photographers. So now you've got your video content that's already living in this platform. Now, with a click of a button, you can pull out photos and you can put those on your website. You can instantly share those with prospects with a link. You're not having to send Dropbox links. You're not having to, your emails, you can't get it to go through because the files are too large. So that is one of the really big things. And the other thing that we recently launched too was Realync Studios. So we can come out and shoot content for people. We know that some of them really are time constrained. We find, my favorite thing to do is in the back end of our database is to just type in a search term or a keyword and look at all the content that people have created. They get so creative and it's fun. And we share that on our socials sometimes too. But it's fun to just look at all of that and see what they come up with.
Yeah.
So that's what we do too.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Kristi. And follow her on LinkedIn.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Thanks for having me and go check out Revise, everybody.
Yes, and thank you for being a supporter. If you're not in the Revise community, you need to go here because the good Realync content's in the revised.
It is. And this is where you also find out where things get put on your radar that you don't already know about. This is where the smart kids are hanging out. It's like the STEM of multifamily.
Yeah, we get a little nerdy in there. Yeah, in the weeds. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you at AIM.
We'll see you at AIM.